Part 5. Configure a DMZ, static NAT and ACLs. In this part, we will use public IP address and static NAT to provide address translation access to the server. Step 1. Configure the DMZ interface VLAN 3 on the ASA. Because the server on the DMZ does not need to initiate communication with the inside users, so we should disable forwarding to interface VLAN 1. And set the name for this interface. And set the security level to 70. Next, we assign ASA physical interface Ethernet 0/2 to DMZ VLAN 3 and enable this interface. Now we verify our configuration. Show interface IP brief. As you can see, we already create VLAN 3 interface with the IP address and the status is up. And we enter show IP address. And you can see VLAN 3, the name is DMZ with the IP address. And another show command is show switch VLAN. You can see that the Ethernet 0/2 is on the DMZ VLAN. Step 2. Configure static NAT to the DMZ server using a network object. Firstly, we configure a network object named DMZ server. And then we assign the IP address of the server to it. And then we use the NAT command to specify that this object is used to translate a DMZ address to an outside address using static NAT. And then we specify a public translated address. Step 3. Configure an ACL to allow access to the DMZ server from the Internet. We will create an access list. Name outside DMZ. To permit ICMP from any source to host. And then we permit access from or using HTTP to this server. Equal 80. Now we test to ping from PCC on the outside network to the DMZ server. I ping to the public IP address. As you can see, I can ping to the DMZ server. Now we check for the result. This is a NAT incorrect and the name interface is incorrect because on ASA we use the uppercase DMZ instead of lowercase DMZ. So our result is not correct. So we can change the name of the VLAN 3 interface to the lowercase DMZ. So we can get full mark. Thanks for watching.